is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
This is only a test.
DJs and MC. This DJ, he gets it out.
Listen to this jockey's introduction to
Two DJs in a mic with your host, DJ Mike
Is that a timetable?
and DJ JP.
Well, get on it. It's your time.
Give me the mic.
Once again, we're live. How you doing? I'm muted. I'm muted.
All right.
What's up? I see you share that with us this time, please, sir. I don't want to have to steal it offline. All right, thank you. What's up, everybody? As we're trying to get we in a different spot today, and it's damn crazy up in here.
Yeah, Jeff is having a problem with the noise, which I don't understand why. We're DJ.
Music is music.
It's always, look, my wife tells me I make too much noise.
You do. You like everything loud. I'm just give you that now.
It's because you DJs are all deaf. You've been listening to music too loud in your headphones for a long time.
That's true. Yeah. Well, yeah, we got a very special guest all the way from Chicago. Across the street, she lives around the corner, but she just came over to sit on the show.
I live in Orlando. What are you talking about? I'm not from Chicago. I'm from Orlando.
I'm just kidding. We got Miss Shannon
Tarrant.
Damn, that's Fort Worth. That's Fort Worth County.
Texas.
I like Tarrant County.
Yeah, Texas.
Okay,
We
cool.
got Sharon Tarrant County.
Yeah. And she's in the house. She is tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I own a wedding venue search engine in Orlando, and I'm an educator, maximizing coach, helping wedding pros and event people grow their business.
Okay. And I had the pleasure of hearing her speak yesterday, and I said, man, well, I had already identified her as one of the people I want to get on the show. But after listening to her yesterday, I was like, damn, Mike, we got to get her on. So as soon as when you put that number out, I text you last night and said, hey, here's the calendar link. I want you to set an appointment, and you have to be on the show while we're in Chicago. So just tell us about some of the stuff you told yesterday as far as business and different things that can help and some of the stuff you do in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest challenge when you're an owner of a business or you work in a market is figuring out how to set yourself apart, how to be different, and really build those relationships locally. So we talked about like how to build that sphere of influence locally within your market to have those referrals and great relationships.
So, and you said you came from you owned the venue, or what else did you do?
Yeah, so I started my career in catering, and then I went catering to venue, and then I honestly just got sick of weddings. Long story short, I had had enough. 1,000 weddings in, I was done.
Go ahead. Why?
I think that like weddings, especially versus every type of event, they take a lot of patience. It's the same questions over and over and over again, and the whole industry just kind of like revolves, and it's the same. So every 8 to 10 years, the trends come back. The things like music always changes in your world, like new stuff comes out, but in like decor, design, food, menus, it doesn't really progress much. So
the same question.
So I just lost the patience of the same questions, and I also think, this makes me sound old, but I think that the more information has become available with social media and Pinterest and the internet in general, I think it's made it harder for the couples to trust us being their expert. Does that make sense?
That's deep. But I mean, I think every wedding is so uniquely different that you get a lot of monotonous with people, but I think every bride comes with their own vision. So how can that get old? You know, I mean, but I guess what it is, you can only do so much.
Right, and you got to think that like it depends upon how many weddings you're doing a year, right? Whereas like when you're at a venue, the space is the space.
Yeah.
So like as a DJ, a florist, a planner, you get to go to multiple venues, different teams. When you are the venue, that room is the room. So there's only so many different ways we can set it up, only so many different ways. What's new to you is the same thing I did the last 4 years.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So what you're doing now, do you like that better, or was catering better, or what?
I mean, I think now my favorite part is that we get to be the connection in between the couples planning their wedding, be a really good resource of quality information for them. And we like real talk them. What does it cost? What to spend money on? What to not waste money on versus, and being able to connect them to high quality vendors and like kick-ass venues in our market.
So are you in the luxury market?
No, we're like all the way across the board. So like I think today's couple planning their wedding, sometimes they want to blow out and really invest in the music, the lighting, the DJ, the entertainment, and they maybe want to spend less on flowers, or they really care about design and decor and they want to spend less on photographer. So we really help match them with the vendor that matches their priority. So we're not one level. We go from the least expensive venues in our market to the highest, and same thing with every vendor.
Mike, I'm not going to hog Santa enough. I'm going to let you get in. So I know you got something on your mind. You're over there shaking your head.
No, I think that's very interesting. I want to ask about the director. What made you come up with doing a director? Because I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize the value.
Yeah, I mean, when you're searching for a venue, we built it to be a venue search engine first. When you were searching for a wedding venue, it's the very first thing that couples are doing to start their planning process, right? It's number one. And the challenge is that most of the national platforms are only pay to play. So what that means is if it's an affordable venue or maybe a venue that doesn't and can't invest a lot of money in marketing, when it comes to the national platforms, the couples get there, and in our market, there's only about 75 to 100 on there, but we have 500 venues in the market.
In Orlando?
In Orlando, we have 500 venues. And so, but when you, as a couple planning your wedding, when you get to those sites, there's only 100 to look at.
How big is Orlando? It's not as big. You go up in Dallas. It's not as big as Dallas, is it?
You have way more venues in Dallas than we have in Orlando.
Yeah, because I know it's 200 in Fort Worth, and there's a new one every day.
There's a new one every day. Like, I just got 4 emails today of people being like, have you seen this one? It was like, God, they just keep coming.
Do you have to go out and shoot them and all of that too? Or
so we just go out, meet with them. You know, if they're brand new, help them figure out how to market and how to get in front of the couples. Not only with us, but like utilize social media. And we do a lot of educating the venues because they're at the top of the list. They don't always know what to do first.
So how much is it to be on that directory?
Our directory for the venues is $1,000 a year.
It's not bad.
No, it's local and affordable.
And that comes with all of
they get the online listing, the education, social media. We have monthly networking events. They get all kinds of fun stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Thanks.
So,
It's a good
are you
business
the only
model.
one? Did you get this business model from somewhere else, or are you the only one?
Nope, we created it. I've got a team of 7 behind me,
Is
but
it anywhere else in the country?
only in Orlando. Maybe someday we'll expand.
I'm glad I
Maybe
was
someday.
at you.
Well, the funny thing is this.
Yeah.
I understand exactly what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
Because me and a close friend of mine had an idea to do something like this 10 to 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm looking at it from the business standpoint. It's like subscriptions.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things that people pay money for endlessly is
Yeah.
subscriptions. How many of you guys out there have gym memberships that you only use
Once.
in January?
Right. Yeah, and you like forget about it. But in my world, when I left the venue, I literally started researching to become an insurance agent because I wanted something that had renewable income.
Yeah.
Like I wanted something that like if I was gonna do sales as a wedding pro, you sell it, the wedding's over, it's done.
Yeah,
I
no-
wanted to sell something that there was renewable income.
yeah,
And so it kind of took my love of that. I love the wedding industry. I just didn't want to work with brides anymore. And this way we're a digital resource and we have a print app too. Like we're there to help them, but like I don't have to have one-on-ones with couples anymore.
Yeah, it's not that. You don't have to build any type of intimacy.
No, I'm not there on the wedding day. Like,
But are you not intimate with your venues?
yeah, absolutely. But the businesses is a lot easier.
It's different.
It's very different.
Wow, man.
Man, that's genius.
Thanks.
Because, that's something. One thing that I think we all could say is even with the pandemic, one thing that people never stop doing is getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing. I've been in the industry through 2008, and the catering company I worked for was heavy corporate, and I was just starting to grow the wedding division. And when all the corporate business went away, the owner sat me down and was like, well, we all work for you now because people will still get married. So I don't want to say that we're like recession proof and pandemic proof, but people will always still get married.
Yeah.
They might get smaller and spend a little less, but they're still going to get married.
Yeah, it's like having babies.
Yeah. They're never going to stop.
This guy right here.
Hey, but did I state something that was
No,
not?
It's true.
where'd that
It's
come
true.
from?
How many pandemic babies came out of that time home?
man.
Just saying.
God only knows.
Man. They might
80%
have
of my friends all got
They
pregnant.
might have been listening to your show because he was going live.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He started a gospel every Sunday.
So
He was live.
I told my wife, I said, I can play hip hop, I can do whatever, but hey, how about we do a gospel service
Yeah.
and do it every Sunday? So we started out on Facebook until they started running everybody off.
Yeah.
And we would do 2 to 3 hours every Sunday. It turned into a church, pretty much.
That's awesome.
I have
Yeah, he
members.
has a church.
If I'm
He has over 300 members.
I'm
They
serious.
pay time.
They even sent me money and stuff, and gifts and all. I felt like pastor, and it was like incredible. And everybody knew me and my wife. We go places like I was at somewhere in Mississippi, and I went in a restaurant.
Did you
And
have
this lady
confession?
said, "You got me through the pandemic." She working out her house. She said, "You and your wife helped us get through the pandemic." So
That's
it
amazing.
was great. Pandemic did a lot. It shows you a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
I was glad I did that and didn't just be a regular DJ and just do everything like everybody else. So jumping to that, I have to ask these questions.
Yeah.
Been in the wedding industry for a while.
Yeah. Long time.
Your thought on DJs? What did you look for in a DJ?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I know.
That's my presentation tomorrow. We're sneak peeking.
Okay, well,
They won't be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they won't be
they
here.
won't be
It
here.
sucks for you because you won't get to see it. I think the biggest thing that, like, from a venue perspective, is you're looking for like a partnership in terms of somebody you can refer, and you want something that's mutually beneficial.
okay.
So I was laughing because
When
tomorrow,
you say mutually beneficial,
meaning that I refer you all the time, but what are you doing for me?
So you're not the one talking about the Louis and the Christian Vuitton. That's when you talk this.
Yeah, no, like, but like, there has to be that give and take. Like, you got to work with me. We've got to have a partnership that day that, like, just because your timeline says it's time to cut the cake, we're not ready and there's other things happening, like, we got to work together.
Okay.
Like, you got to break down fast and get out of there because if everyone else is gone and that DJ's
Still there,
taking
yeah.
his time doing his shit because he's tired too. The whole staff is like, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? And waiting on you. So
Wow.
I think it's about,
It's that little bitty thing.
it's so small, but it adds up, right?
Little bitty
Yeah,
thing.
it
But
adds
you gotta
up.
be understanding too. Now, if you came with a whole show, trust, movers.
Bring more fucking staff to break. Oh, sorry.
Okay, never mind.
Hey,
No.
you,
Keep
you,
it. We
you.
can't.
But like, but bring more staff to break it down then. Sometimes they show up with 10 people to set up, and then there's 3 people at the end of the night. And I'm like, bro, you brought 10 people and 3 trucks to set it up.
Y'all hear what she said? More staff. Hire people to help
Yeah,
you
go
to
fast.
get out of
To
there.
get out of there.
So
Yeah.
what else was important to you as far as the venue owner?
I think that like working as a team that day with everyone.
Mhm.
So sometimes the DJ will fight the planner when it comes to timeline. And like as the venue and catering, we were like stuck in the middle, right? The planner would meet with the couple and build this timeline. They wouldn't talk to the DJ. Then the DJ would talk to the couple and build a different timeline. And I was like, when the hell are we supposed to do toasts? Because you got it at this time, you have it at this time. Like we have to all work together. And I think it's important to take that time to figure out who the whole team is and what does everyone need. Because when you're selfish, I mean, I get it. You guys have a system of the way you like it, right? Some DJs in our market really like to cut the cake right after dinner right now. They like to check that box and move on. But if the couple doesn't want to do it then, and they want to do it later, like we have to work together.
Okay, so you just a venue owner, but I have to ask this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put it out because we had a young lady on named Jody.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she believed in, she called it normalizing, with everybody communicating pre and post an event.
Yep.
So as far as that goes, I'm just gonna tell you what I do. What I do is I'll write a timeline, send it to the couple, and I'll try to share it with the planner if I have her information. But I tell them, get me your planner's timeline,
Right.
and that's what we're going by, not mine.
Yeah.
And
But that's not every DJ.
I know, and I mean, everybody's a prima donna. There's no reason to be a prima donna. It's not your
Literally.
day anyway. It's not about you.
No.
It's about that couple.
Leave everybody's ego at the door so we can make it happen that day.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's good, though. I like that. You know, work with your, normalize. Like Jody said, normalize communication.
Yeah.
And the planner is the lead. Now, if you got a horrible planner, you end up having to take the lead.
No shit. We've all been there where it's the girl who got married 3 months ago and thinks she's a wedding planner. Right? So we've been there. I get it. But like we have to come to some kind of
gotta start somewhere.
right. But we
But
gotta
not with her damn way.
no. But we gotta come to some kind of consensus in advance so that that day isn't a mess.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh.
My other like secret tip is after every event, the first thing you should be doing on that Monday morning is sending an email to the venue saying, it was so great working with you. We love Susie, the captain, blah, blah, blah. Is there anything we want feedback? Yeah, we want feedback. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let us know if we could have done anything better, different, whatever. What I'm finding is the vendors will be at a wedding and do something stupid. They don't even know it was something stupid and they pissed off the venue. And the venue will never say a word. They drop them off their
They're
list.
blacklisted them.
They literally just drop them. So I did this with the florist and I said, just start emailing the venue. And she was like, I don't know if I want to know. And I'm like, no, but you have to know.
No, if you know that
Right?
makes you.
You can get better.
Yeah,
You
do
can fix
better.
it.
Yeah.
So she sends an email to the very first venue she worked at the weekend before. And it was a country club. She was like, all right, fine, I'll send it. The girl from the country club wrote back and said, we love working with you, but unfortunately our general manager has asked us to remove you from the list
Damn.
because your staff shows up, sets up in jeans. And they're a florist, right? So they drop and go before the event starts.
But my thing is,
But it's a country.
why not tell them
Because
that?
what does she care? It's
No, I'm
not.
talking about why not tell them that
Well,
by
that's what-
requirement?
But she
people
was
don't
like,
do that.
well, listen, it's not their job. Right. They should communicate it. But you know what? That girl, she actually didn't care they came in jeans. It was the general manager.
No, but what I'm saying is, why not communicate? We have a standard, and we want you to dress a certain way when you
But
come
look at it
I
from
here.
get
this-
it.
Look at it from this standpoint.
Okay, talk to me.
If you're a business and you're trying to grow, the last thing that you can do is try to make people accept you. You have to fall in
But I
line.
mean,
But
you
I'm just saying, but
don't
look,
even know what they
but
wanted
I
you to
know, but look
do.
at this. Look from this standpoint. Maybe that tells us, based on what she's saying,
Yeah.
and based on what Jody's saying with the pre
Oh,
the
free.
post
Ah,
and
Ah.
yeah,
free.
yeah.
Communicate.
Go ask.
What is your requirements? What do you expect?
Yes,
of
as
your-
the vendor,
Oh,
the venue. Listen, the
But you
Rockstar
can't just do
venues.
it on the first time.
No, I know, but the Rockstar venues, they'll give you a requirements and expectations. But a lot of them are small businesses also, and they also don't even really know they don't want you to do that until you do it.
It's just like looking for
Well,
a man
call
or a
me.
woman.
Call me.
Well, but they don't give a shit. No offense, but they're giving you the business. So if you make the mistake, they're like, well, we're done with
But
this
how am I
person.
making a mistake if I don't know that's not acceptable?
Well, I mean, because you did. I don't know what
That's
to tell you.
deep as hell.
But that's what I'm saying. My best tip is to then ask for the feedback.
Maybe I don't want to know that, but you know what? I guess
Yeah,
do.
but you know what
don't
she
wanna
did?
grow.
But let me tell you, we saved it because she wrote back and said, thank you so much for the feedback. As of today, my staff is never going to wear jeans at any venue ever again. They'll be in black pants and whatever. If we follow that, can we stay on the list? And the venue was like, absolutely.
My staff,
No more jeans.
black pants,
Black pants.
polos. I provide them. You just need to wear them. God damn.
Right, but like,
That's deep,
but they
though.
were working at Four Seasons and showing up in jeans. And it's like,
Baby,
oh,
I see people in. I mean, what do you think
Oh,
about photographers in like a little short mini skirt that's a bright fluorescent orange and
I just
she
need you.
bent over, you
I
see
just
her
need you to be
arm.
dressed like a guest or wear all black. One or the other.
There you go.
I
Well,
was
I don't like
just
the
at a
black.
wedding.
Yeah, I
I
don't
was
like the
just
black
at a-
for a DJ because it makes you look like, you know, can I get you something to drink?
No, I get it, but like, their whole job is you're supposed to blend in,
Yeah.
blend.
Not be seen.
Damn.
Not you got to
But
blend
I
in.
mean, that was good.
Not be
We're
seen.
gonna
be
make
heard.
sure we get all your information because I'm
Yeah,
gonna definitely hit you up for that letter or whatever you send
Yeah,
out. 'cause
it's just like an email, and but when you get that feedback, it's the opportunity to grow that you
Yeah.
didn't. For you to find
you
out,
had on freaking zines and we don't want you back
or
here.
not only
Yeah,
that, right? Are you a multi-op? Do you have many DJs on your team, right? So here's the other thing: you're not at every event.
And I
You're not
think-
at every
I really
event.
don't think I want to know.
Yeah, but you need to know because what happens is like we have a DJ in our market that's a multi-op, and I called her and was like, "Look, shit is happening. Like your team, I'm here because I'm the hub of the venues and the whatever, and I'm like, I'm hearing things. You got to start checking in with these people who refer you because there's challenges and issues and people are late." And she didn't know it, and so I'm like, how can you check in other than
Well, let me
reach?
give her a tip real quick. Orlando DJ, I think I know who you're talking about too. She's in our
Not no more. She's fixed now, but
Okay,
yeah.
but I have all my DJs check in up on arrival. Let me know you made it to the venue.
Yep.
Check in with the bride or the coordinator or who's there. Check in, text me. When you set up, send me a picture of what your setup looks like. And hell, send me a picture of you so I know what you got on too. But I mean, that's something we do. That's a little thing you can add to all your
To your systems and stuff. Yeah.
Right, but damn, that's why. I mean, but I agree. I think there should be a standard, and people should have enough damn sense not to show up in.
No.
And those, I hate
No.
to say it, but that really bothers me too at a wedding. You
Yeah.
know, why you gotta, come on, get.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like you're at someone's wedding, and when I worked at a venue, and I'm in Florida, so like we'd have photographers that showed up in flip flops, and I'm like, how are you going to do your job up and down stairs in flip flops? Like, I was like,
the other shoes, I hate them.
Oh, fuck.
oh, Crocs, no way, it's someone's wedding.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, it
No.
has happened.
no, don't do that. No Crocs.
So,
No.
The word we like to use is normalize. Normalize, no Crocs, no sandals, just professional standards all over. I mean,
Right.
just come on, man. This is
Especially since I think that like most companies want to elevate, whether it's elevate their pricing, elevate their brand. You can't elevate by doing the bare minimum,
yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
you can't do the bare minimum expectation and think that you're going to get into the luxury market or that people are going to pay top dollar. They're just not gonna.
Yeah. And this is the goal. KG said, dressing up upgrades your brand.
Yes, absolutely. No, 100%.
Yeah, with a polo with your brand on it, even if you got on the back crew, whatever it is, but you know,
I
just
think-
show up with class. That's
Yeah.
I think some people have this idea that, you hired me, I'm going to be me. And this is who I am. And when you're dealing with somebody's events, somebody's businesses, you can't do that.
Yeah.
There's rules and regulations, and most of us fail because we don't know how to play the rules of the game. and then we want to get mad when we get penalized.
Right, but you got to figure it out. Right? Like, this is my first time at a DJ conference.
Mhm.
So they have an opening night, everybody gets together, and I'm like, what does this look like? Because at a wedding planner conference, everybody's in a cute dress and high heels and whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Oh, you want to know what?
so
we
I'm
might
like,
be
what's
wearing.
the expectation? Because I don't want to show up in a dress and heels if everybody's in like jeans and a
Well, I mean,
t-shirt.
but the thing is,
Like, I'm still going to be me, but you want to match the energy
so
of
what
the
did you think
space
the
you're
energy
in.
was?
I mean, a cute top, ripped jeans, and some heels,
Okay, all right.
right? But it was like,
I'm trying to think if I saw you the first night. I think I did. Were you with me somewhere?
yeah, I was hanging out over here.
Did
But
you sing?
no, hell no.
Why?
I'm
Why not?
not a singer.
Yeah, don't
I will
ask him why he ain't
I
sing.
will run that lip sync all night long. I'll do lip sync battle with anybody, but never is a word
You
coming
gotta
out of my
make it
mouth.
Taylor was. You could have did my best friend. What's up? What's up, man? What's up?
Yeah. Hey,
That's ST is the real deal. ST is the real deal.
Is that camera live, Mike?
yes, that camera.
Stand in front of
Go,
that
go
camera.
around, go around. There you go, there you go.
No,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something. ST is the real
Back it up.
deal, man. The
Back
real
it up.
deal. We saw her seminar yesterday, and I'm telling you right now, it's an instant level up. It's like being in the game. Boom, boom, you got
Y'all, we are all the way live. This is
Find her in social.
This is
I'm telling you right now. I just met her this week, and I'm like, where have you been? Girl? Right?
not hanging with the DJs, but now I am, I guess.
Now, just remember one thing. Most important thing. It's Shannon, not Sharon.
Oh God, Shannon.
what's up? All right, Mark.
Hey, when you don't see somebody, come
Come
see
on
it.
through it to
I'm
that.
gonna sit right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
I love him.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
His
so
energy
what do you think our
is
vibe is? We all kind of relax, but you see the ones dressed up in suits, and you see
Yeah,
us.
but I think that like you match the energy of what you're at, but you want to be like, we have one DJ in Orlando. He is the best dressed. He is in like a full 3-piece suit, bow tie or beautiful tie at every wedding. So I know I don't ever have to worry about how he's gonna show up, what it's gonna look like, so like you can be confident in the referral, right? Because I'm sending you
half the
business.
battle right there.
I want to be confident that who I'm referring is a representative of my brand,
Wow.
right? So like
My brand.
if I'm a venue and we're even average range price wise, I want to refer people that are not only going to customer service them well, but I want to refer people that reflect us well, right? That are going to show up, show out, do a good job, and take really care of clients.
So go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
With that being said,
Yep.
so I just want you to touch on what you're talking about, the importance of referrals.
Yeah. I mean, listen, marketing is expensive and it takes a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
So we have a million channels, social media, email marketing, website, SEO, directories, local, national. There's a million ways to market your business. All of those cost a lot of time and a decent amount of money, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to referrals are the fastest leads to close because the person who is referring you is already doing the vetting process, right? So when I meet with a couple at a venue and I'm like, hey, here's the 3 DJs to pick from, I know I've already met them. I know their personalities. I can already start to match. So I've already narrowed it down from the 25 in our market to the top 3 that I think by the time that referral reaches out to you, it's like 7% sold.
All you got to do is just close.
You got to close it. Now you're maybe one of 3 instead of one of 500 online, right? So you've got to work, build those relationships as part of your marketing plan when you're a business. Like people worry so much about what's their social media and whatever, and I'm like, when's the last time you reached out to your venue partners?
Yeah, real quick, I got it. What up, D out of Twinsboro, Ohio? Just got to say to my boy, sorry you didn't get to make it down. I had a bed for you and everything,
Oh,
man.
we missed you.
We missed you. But hopefully next year we'll be able to hook up. You see the chair empty, you need to come over here. Okay, all right.
That was a no. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so it's
and
just
I
it's
like,
working
there
to
was
build
something else
those.
you said too. Referrals are like gold.
Yeah.
Where when you get a referral, you need to. I love that about doing something back to the venue, or at least saying thank you for
Say
the
thank
referral.
you every time.
And that thing
Every
about the
time.
checkbox, not just saying where did you hear about it. Said, hey, was it Facebook?
Oh,
was
no,
it
that was
that was on point. I like that. I'm adding that to my CRM.
I think that it's so hard because a lot of us use CRMs, right? And that CRM has the option of 1.
No, I think I can edit mine. At least I
Yours
know
to
I'm
do,
going
right.
to try to
I know
change
I
it
can
tonight.
edit
Yeah,
mine.
But
yeah.
either
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
right? Either way, like you do all this marketing in all these places, and you want to know what's
Well-
working and where are they seeing you.
Yeah.
And they might say they saw you on Google, but their planner or their friend might have also referred them. So you want to make sure that you take extra good care of those referrals.
When I was with the unspoken companies,
National directories.
Yeah, there you go. And
Say national
my rep tell me that we see where 43 brides booked with you, but not through our system. So she was trying to tell us that there was value, but you can't see it because they didn't come through there. So, like you say, it's hard to tell where they actually come from. They could come from those national directories and just come at you from Google or through your Facebook or somewhere else, but they saw you there first.
Yeah.
So, it's just, you
There's
need to try to track.
There's
Yeah.
brand recognition everywhere, and the only place you really can direct track is your Google Analytics. You can go into your
I
Google.
know, I saw some of the stuff you had on
You
your
can
track.
go into your Google
Mike,
Analytics.
you like a detective, man.
I know.
I didn't
But
get
you have to, like, if you go into your Google Analytics, there's a spot that says referrals and tells you exactly how many clicks you get from Instagram, Facebook, where they get to you from.
Okay.
That's important if you're not paying
I
attention.
know I'm going to reach out to you and get some.
We'll do some things.
Yeah, we will. We're going to do some things. We might even have to have you on the show one night.
No, I'll come back.
Yeah, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
Not right here in
That's
the hot
always
spot
what-
where crazy stuff happens and people just
There's
jump on.
action. There's action
Yeah.
happening.
But, man, we really appreciate you jumping on with us. Tell everybody how they can get in contact with you. We'll share it too because I got a contact information.
Yeah, of
but
course.
Just go ahead and tell them how they can find you, Shannon.
Yeah.
And Terrence Shannon.
Tarrant County, you'll never forget it.
Oh,
You'll never forget it. So my name is Shannon Tarrant. My company is Wedding Venue Map. We're only in Orlando. You can follow me on Instagram, The Shannon Experience. Can reach out through email. Everything gets directly to me. So we're here to help however we can.
question.
Yeah.
Do you do consultation?
Yeah. I do coaching, consultations, pick my brain, however we can
So
help.
if they wanted to get consultation
Yeah.
or coaching, where do they go?
They can just shoot me an email. I have a website, shannontarrant.com, but it's very custom based upon what you actually need.
Tarrant
So-
County.
Tarrant County, Texas. I'll be in Dallas. Are you in Dallas?
Yeah, we're in Dallas.
I'll be in Dallas in September. I'm doing the bridal extravaganza.
Where at?
Do you know that wedding show? The
Yeah,
bridal
I've heard
extravaganza.
that.
So she's doing a 1-day education, and I speak 3 times that day. It's in September in Dallas.
Okay, well,
I'll get you the
you
info.
need what they call it, a do boy or somebody to coach your bag for you or something. Need somebody
Carry the bags around to come to the conference.
be your.
But it's affordable. It's local education. So if you're in Texas, you should come out.
Okay.
I'll get you guys the link and the
Yeah,
info.
we have to check that out.
I
Maybe
know.
we can come live stream from there. and
Oh
talk
yeah,
to-
that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be great.
You reach out to them and let them know and tell them about it.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll send them your
But
way.
hey, once again, thank you. My
Thanks for having
new crazy bud from Tarrant County.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So can you go tap the man on the
I
shoulder?
will.
Go
Yep.
over there and tap the man on the shoulder and tell him to come on.
Thank
over
I'll
here.
go give him a snuggle.
Thank you.
Snuggle.
All right.
Yeah.
Man. You never know who's gonna jump on 2 DJs in the mic.
Yeah.
That was good though, man. That was really Mike. That was good. Now we got one of the crazy ones coming over here, I think.
We got a live wire.
I just saw Alan Bird go back to his booth, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get him on today or not. But
Mars needs winning.
yeah. Yeah.
Mars
So Mike,
needs.
we have a few minutes, man. So what are you thinking of the show, man, so far?
Oh, I'm enjoying it. Thanks, Darrell. Darrell said great stuff. Appreciate you.
We got a camera up there if you want to hop on cam. Really, we do.
Yeah.
Come on, Doc.
Yeah. But we
We
got.
got Ernie Banks coming over here out of Chicago. He got on his Ernie Banks jersey today.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're just gonna try to grab some more people as they come across. Come on, man.
Appreciate you.
I'm blessed and honored, my friend. Blessed and honored.
Come on over here, man.
Hey.
Sit in the hot chair.
Hot chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my hotties? We just trying to keep it KIR, keep it real.
Absolutely, baby.
Yeah.
What's up?
So we got the Shy in the house. So
Absolutely.
So tell everybody who you are before we jump into this.
My name is Mars. I own Charisma Entertainment. located in Northbrook. I live on the North Shore, and I've had my company for 21 years.
Wow.
21 years. I worked with someone else for about a decade, and prior to that, I got started in the industry as a dancer. So my journey is a very unique journey in the sense
So
that
were you with Houdini?
no.
Right.
I was a house dancer.
Mike, I had all kind of stuff go through my head.
No,
right there.
not that kind of
I'm
dance.
about to ask him if he was a soul train.
No,
dancer.
nothing like that. Nothing like that. You kept my clothes
Do
on
you know
too.
Dunn? Do you know Dunn?
No,
Dunn
no,
Delirious?
no.
No, we weren't going to ask you about that.
No. We want to go right to our head. So that gives you 30-some years in the industry.
Listen, when I got to Chicago when I was 22,
Uh-huh.
so I was in the military, and my
Okay.
last duty station was Great Lakes. So I came from Cuba, and I was stationed in Cuba, and my last duty station was Great Lakes and Glenview NAS, which is no longer there, the air station.
Uh-huh.
So I got out in like 85, and I had, of course, with the military, you have some reserve time and that stuff like that. So I did my tour, but when I got here, I was young, and I just loved to dance, love to dance. And then, of course, Chicago house music and everything like that. So I used to go clubbing 6 nights a week. Now, now the crazy thing about that is that I was in the military when I did that, and I had to be at muster at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You was a bad dude.
No, but here's the thing. The key to this is that didn't drink, didn't smoke, and to this day, I never tried any drugs that wasn't prescribed to me. So that's just my groove. I ain't judging anybody else, in that sense. But that's how it works. But my juice was dancing. My juice was dancing, having a good time. And when I found out that house music did what it did to me, I was in my happy place.
No, I saw you last night.
Yeah, he was
I
happy.
saw you last night.
When Flipside was in the mix, you were happy, bro.
I'm telling you right now, that is just a shadow of what I used to be. I used to go out.
Get down on the.
I
I thought you were about to get down there last night.
No, I used to just go and literally, when I talk about the way that it felt to me being on a dance floor when I'm young and now, is that all the walls disappear and all I hear is the music and it permeates my body like
You know
blood.
what that reminds me of? Have you ever saw the movie? What was the golf movie with Will Smith? What was it? Bagger or something?
Which
It was
one? Bagger Vance?
Bagger Vance.
The golf movie?
Yes.
Okay.
You remember the part where the guy would stop and everything would just disappear?
Yeah.
He doesn't hear anything. Only thing he saw was what he was looking at.
So that's how music is for me. And through the grace of God, you know what? I love funk and blues. I play guitar, okay, and I picked up harmonica and everything like that. So, but as it pertains to DJing, I used to go dance all the time because it was the only place that I was free. Like, when you find something that's so good to you, I mean, literally, I had a formula. Like, I go clubbing, I would ask 3 times if somebody wanted to dance with me. And most of the time, I got 3 no's. But I would never ask anybody again, and I would spend the rest of the night dancing by myself. And people would approach me, because they see that energy and me flowing. Like last night, You see what happens when I get on. They gravitate to me. And you know what? And I consider it a blessing. And I was just instead of trying to show people why I'm there, I want to include them so they can bring their energy to that party. And that's where it's like, and then it becomes physics. Things of osmosis, things of a greater pressure need to move to an area of lesser pressure. So if it's like this, it's going to explode and go out. So when you got a bunch of people house dancing or DJing and stuff like that, feeling that vibe, then there's no place but the energy to just literally, even people sitting in the room, they're like, damn.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. Based on everything that you just said.
Okay.
So what makes you different as a DJ?
Couple things. As a DJ, one, because I have the experience backwards. and the knowledge of what's right in front of me.
So when you say backwards, explain. What's the experience backwards?
Experience backwards is that, you know what, being an elder statesman in this industry. Now, I graduated in 1982. So
You're not no spring chicken.
I'm no spring chicken.
We're not either, so keep going.
So I graduated in 1982. I told my sister, and to answer your question, I told my sister when I was stationed in Cuba, I was listening to a cassette. I'm like, this album is going to be one of the biggest albums of all time. You know what I was listening to? Thriller.
Oh, wow. Well, you weren't lying.
So
You're right about
You
that.
heard it there.
You heard it there.
So it's Thriller. So what, as a DJ, I think that when I'm with my audience and my clients, I have the ability to be able to identify with the parents and above because I've lived their world, but I also have the flexibility to accept where we are today and drop back into the stuff that the kids like. But the beauty of it is that I think that older DJs have an advantage of being able to take this and take these two pieces together, and then everybody like, oh, I didn't hear that coming. So my goal is to have continual, I didn't hear that coming moments.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
That's what people like to say. They surprised them.
You know,
Yeah.
I like
So when you got in, so what did you start clubbing, DJing, or what do you do now? What are you?
So how I got started was because of the dancing. The short story, because we have limited time, is that
Yeah.
I was at Confetti's. You guys remember Confetti's?
No, we're not from
You're not
here.
from here.
Dallas.
Okay,
We're
you're from Dallas. Okay.
Yeah.
And my mom and my sister live in Dallas. By the way.
Okay.
So I was at Confetti's, and it was ladies' night. The place was popping, but the dance floor was empty. Empty. And the music was, I was like, you know how little kids just, you can't see it? I'm like, I gotta do something with this energy. So I was on the floor for half an hour by myself. Club's packed. This guy comes over to me. He says, I got somebody you want to meet. I said, okay, cool. Let me go wash my face because I've been sweating. Because I thought it was a girl.
Yeah.
He takes me to DJ
It was
booth.
a turntable.
It was Walter Payton.
Oh, yeah, that's the part of the story.
Yeah.
So it's Walter
Yeah.
Payton. And he goes,
Y'all
you
know
know
who
what?
Walter Payton is?
Yeah.
Greatness.
Legendary Chicago Bear,
Running
sweetness,
back. Yeah.
running back. So
Yeah.
I was introduced to Walter Payton, and he said to me, I'd like for you to come to my office tomorrow. I have a proposition for you.
Wow.
So I went to his office. He says, we're going to close down Confetti's, and we're going to open up my new club called 34s, which was his number.
Yeah.
We want a happy hour DJ. He said, I love your energy. We need a happy hour DJ. At the time, I was studying for my Series 7. I had my Series 6. I was selling front-loaded mutual funds for First Financial Planners.
Oh,
I was going to be a trader for the Chicago Board of Trade.
okay.
So this is the funny part. I'm going out 6 nights a week. I get on the floor. I wild out. People are like, oh, my God, you're great. What do you do? I sell mutual funds. They're like, no way. Because the two didn't mix. It didn't make no sense.
No.
So in that sense, so when it came to opening up 34s, they came to me and said, you want to do this? So they're going to pay you $10 an hour. This is 1989. Okay. Since I like mutual funds, club,
Damn.
funds, girl, mutual funds, nightlife. So I took the lead. And
Wow.
so here's the
Damn.
breakdown. Here's the breakdown. When they hired me, I used to have a schedule. I would wake up and I get to the club at noon. I would practice on a Uri board with the knobs and techniques. I would practice from 12 until 5:30. I would go to dinner, and the club would open at 7 for happy hour. I'd do happy hour from 7 to 9, and at 9 o'clock, I was the floor starter to get people dancing. So that was my routine. And in 94, I moved into the private sector and started working with another DJ company that specializes in bar mitzvahs.
Uh-huh.
And I spent 10 years there, and we left there, and we started Charisma. And this is kind of the sad part, and we can talk offline about this. The day I started Charisma Entertainment, my partner who came up with the idea and the concept, who was my roommate, my best friend, he passed away in my arms the day we started the business.
Damn.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh,
So
man.
it's hard
Sorry
enough
to
to start a new business in the
Yeah,
first place,
it is.
but to lose everything, like your business because of all that stuff, that's what happened. And then from there, for the past 21 years, I have been doing what I do. And every DJ has people who will vouch for them about how great they are.
Yeah.
To answer your question, the difference with me is, and it seems kind of cliche, but authenticity. The simple authenticity.
It's coming through on the speakers.
I know it.
And the thing that's important is that I feel like transparency keeps you on the sunny side of the street.
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
Authentic, leveraging our authenticity. Somebody posted on slide yesterday. It's really a great word.
You know, and everything at this stage of my career has slowed down simply because there's no weapon for kindness, even when you're working. Somebody comes up to me and says, "Oh my God, this song sucks." I'm like, "Absolutely. What do you think we should do about it?"
Diffuse
You
the whole-
flip it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "When you think of something better, let me know. I'll see if I can get it in for you."
Wow.
Because my goal, you know, all of our goals is that when someone hires us to be able to provide their family and friends with an experience or cultivate the experience that they expect, and then give them something that you know will only elevate their event. And I believe that authenticity is the way that it is. Now, my unique selling position is the fact is that I can MC. I'm a phenomenal MC.
Yeah, I heard you last night. I appreciate it.
I'm a DJ, but I can dance.
Yeah.
So think about this. Think about this. If I'm doing your event and I'm on the microphone and I feel like that I want to give a little juice to the dance floor, I can go out there and give a little juice to the dance floor and then come back behind the DJ booth and do that. And to me, being a triple threat that way, the diversity that you can provide for a client is amazing. Now, I do training, MC training in my office every Wednesday. Anybody can come. You know, my only caveat is that you have to be committed. And, you know, if you miss more than 2 days, then you're uninvited.
So you just do one Wednesday a week?
One
Wednesday every week?
And we come in and people like, "I want to work on this." Okay. And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So
have you went anywhere else other than SHA to do that training?
No.
Do you
Here's
have
the
any
thing.
intentions on doing it?
You know, I might, you know, everybody's been telling me, you know, put a program together, because
You should.
the unique way of doing things, like, you know, I'll give you an example in our training, MC training, is that I say, "Okay, are you married? Do you have kids? You know, do you have an animal?" I say, if you have those, if you're in a relationship and you have children and you have an animal, as an MC, you can walk in any room and relate to more than half the people.
Good job.
So in that sense, I'll give you an example. Is that the bride is a daughter. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Hyatt. You know, I was talking with Jeff about his daughter, and I said to him, I hope that I have an opportunity one day to share the same things and the feelings that you have that he has with his daughter, with my daughters. Not too soon, because they're 17, but in that sense. So that's a relatable topic that people in the room that you talk about can understand that.
They're right here.
They're right here.
You
know what? You know what? In that sense, I was just talking with a young lady from Kentucky, and I'm like, I said, the gift that I have is that I've never done the same monologue ever in all my years of working. Because one, I'm not built that way. Two is that I'm better going off script and looking and observing this room and then going with that. You know what? I can walk in the room like, I can't believe how beautiful this day is. And everybody in this room took so much time to get dressed. Ladies, you look amazing. Gentlemen, you have amazing people with you right now and at this moment. you have an opportunity to be amazing. That is to not worry about spending
So
money.
I'm gonna say this right now. By the time we see you next year, or if we see you somewhere else, you need a program for it.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'd be willing for you to come down and speak to my team in Dallas.
You know what? I will come down there, and the bonus is I get to see my own people down there.
Okay,
I'll
well,
come down
we'll
there.
work on that then.
We're gonna no.
Well,
we're
we're
gonna
serious.
we're on a serious note. We're gonna hold you accountable to that because it's one thing, and I think I can say this and that it would be accurate or spot on. It's one thing to have a gift.
Oh,
It's another thing to have a gift
and
and
I
put it in a box.
bottles and I use it.
And I'm gonna tell you what I told him last week. I said, I'm too big for Dallas. My audience is the world.
And I feel that. Absolutely feel that.
So, but
But that's the reason why I started the training. That's
But
why.
listen to what he said though.
But-
Let him finish.
you can't stop there. You have to start looking outside of here because that's a gift. And you seem to be the type of person that want to help anybody that's willing to be helped. So
Absolutely.
why limit it to here? When you have all these people all over the world, whether it be you going there or whether it be you having a LMS. You know what an LMS is? Learning Management System. That's where you have videos. You done did all these free videos and you're teaching people
Like what he created with
from right there.
What they
They don't even have to
They've
be
all
a
been
video.
revealed.
Yeah.
Just imagine if you had 1 million more.
Yeah.
But that's part of the reason why I even started the open training is that I believe that where I'm at right now, the more that I can share, the more that we're going to be able to elevate our industry. Because here's the thing that people don't realize. Do you realize as a DJ or a DJ entertainer, here's the short version of our summary.
Okay.
We have to walk into a room to get people to respond at a very high level in a short period of time, and we cannot fail.
True.
Okay.
So true.
You know, and more often than not, for people like myself, you know, who are black and brown, sometimes I'm the only chip in the cookie.
That's a new Mike. That's a new one right there. I ain't never heard that. I am the only
And
damn chip in this cookie, baby.
Nothing like a, it's
But you know
nothing like
what?
a chocolate chip
As-
cookie
as-
with one chip.
And we sit here, we all experience that. But the other thing too, you have to be very versatile. We can't just be one dimensional anymore. We can't worry about what chip.
Yeah, but my point is that by saying that is knowing that I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't have financial envy. I don't have professional envy. I don't have talent envy. I celebrate everybody, whether it's seeing Hubert, who is so crazy,
Man.
okay, he was so good,
Crazy.
and just nicest guy in the world, and seeing Dave Osborne or anybody. I like people, Shannon, who you guys just had earlier.
yeah.
I mean, she is balling out, man,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
her information is so good. I like to be around people when I'm, and you know this should be true. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You're in the wrong room.
You won't grow.
You're in the wrong room, man.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I won't be in the room where you know I'm like I'm a sponge and I'm just soaking up all the moisture in the room, all the moisture, and that's it. You know,
So I think it's fair to say that you are a student
absolutely
of the game of
a student and fan,
Yes.
a student and a fan.
So let me ask you a question. Were you here last year?
Yes, it was.
And was that you? And was it another guy here, or was that you that song with Chad last year that he acted like he kind of knew you?
Chad?
Yeah, last year when he did karaoke.
Yes, that was good.
Because I thought you worked with Chad and you were out in California.
No,
You guys seem like y'all just knew each other and y'all plans that y'all done something together before.
No, that's me. That
I
is.
mean, the energy, the way you
He
came.
never, I
He never
watched
made
him
it straight.
from afar.
Yeah,
He's very comfortable in who he is.
yeah.
And he doesn't allow your insecurity to affect his confidence.
I don't allow anybody to take me
and
out
you
of.
but you make them feel comfortable.
This would be a good one right here if we could get it. Mama Key.
Yeah.
If
So
we
go
could
get
So in that sense, listen, guys, thank you very much.
No, but
Oh.
you don't have to. No, I'm not telling you to leave.
Oh,
I'm just telling him to line up. No, we can talk.
so in that sense is that I think that far too often, and I say far too often, is that as event professionals, okay, I'm an event professional and I specialize in DJing and MC. That's how when people ask me what I do, my short version is that I make people forget about the world. And they go, how do you do that? I said, well, I'm an event professional specializing in DJ and MC.
I like that.
It's a way to start the conversation instead of saying, I'm just a DJ.
Yeah.
Because when you say, I'm just a DJ, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, people in their head have a preconceived notion of what that title goes with and everything like that.
You have to redefine it.
Yeah. So rather than having to go through those steps of explaining why I'm a DJ, I explain what I do. And I make people forget about the world. How do you do that? This is how I do it. And now it comes together a lot more. It comes together with a little bit more sense, a little bit more purpose and everything like
Oh
that.
yeah, I like that.
You know, my focus now is really simple. And I tell everybody, when I meet people, the two things that are extremely important to me, and that is the fact is that
Come on, sit down, Mama K.
Oh, very good.
how's your
Oh,
health?
you good? You like
You
my
know,
wife?
and I have to know your name because
Oh,
I want
Where
to
am I
listen
sitting?
Just sit right there. Let's sit
Nice
right there.
Mars.
how you
Yep,
doing? How you doing, Jeff? How you doing this? How you
All
doing?
right.
Because
Oh,
I
All right.
was
I see
born in
my
Louisiana.
face.
Yeah.
I was born in Shreveport. I lived in
Yeah,
both
you
states
did.
for 20 years of my
No,
year.
All
I
right.
can't see my
I
face.
believe my southern roots in that sense, and I say southern roots, but there is some things in this world, and I'm not want to get off topic on this, but I feel adamant about this. Manners are timeless. Being kind, respectful, and thankful will never, ever, ever go out of style. And if people can remember that in our industry and outside of our industry, you know what? We can repair the fractured, separated world one event at a time. You know, in that sense, because our industry, no one cares if this person is what religion or sexual orientation is. Either they're bomb or not bomb. They're a good person or not a good person. We don't judge that. We look to be able to collaborate. I love my industry for the simple fact is that, you know what? The judgment inside of our industry is not like we see bombarded on all the media platforms, news and everything, telling us about the bad stuff. Black, white, brown,
Yeah.
here. We all come together. It don't matter. You know, we want to know each other. We want to know how we got there, and we want to support each other.
All right.
And everybody has a little bit of peace to give you.
So I just need, we got to jump in because we got 5 minutes with Mama K.
Okay.
Peace bomb. So we're
Oh,
going
Pizza, I think I know you.
Yes, you know me too. All right. You guys take care.
Uh-huh.
Mama K, you take care. You guys out here.
Oh no, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
No, I
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
for jumping on, man.
I gotta
Thank
get
you.
your information.
Yeah, we're going to get your
Before we
information.
go, we get your
We'll
information.
share it in our group, and we definitely going to try to get you to come down and make you see your mama.
Hey, listen, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
All
your
right.
sister.
Thank you.
You
All
guys
right.
take care.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you later.
All right.
Slide on over here.
Thank you. Slide on to
I
that,
don't
too.
know where they're.
All right. All right.
Hey.
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
Don't let
everybody.
anybody
We,
see the cookies in my
no, we'll sit it right here. All right. All right. All right. Good, good, good. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mike, you good? You good? All right. We'll get it back to focus. All right. We just went and grabbed the show owners, producers, mom, real quick, Miss Mama K, to get her to come on and tell us how everything's going. What year we in? 5, 6?
I think 5.
All right.
I know 2 at the one hotel and 3 at the other hotel. I think it's 5.
Okay. All right. So what do you think this year? How things go? You think it's
I
been
think it's a good year.
good?
I think it's a good year. Everybody that has come, I kind of am familiar with some of them.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And when I was going home yesterday and it was people were leaving or switching, they had great compliments, which made me feel good, knowing how hard he has worked. And he's been
I'll call him at work and I'll say, "How are things are going?" Oh, I don't know. It's a mess. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it seems to be turning out. Everybody's helping everybody. It's like what Mars was just talking about. Everybody has been so kind to each other
Yeah,
and helping each other.
yeah. I think he's really put together a good program, a lot of great education, and it's been. I think it's really good, and like you said, the people that want to be here or need to be here are here,
Right.
and it's 5%, whatever it is of the industry. But those are the people that want to get better, learn, and I'm so glad you're here working with him by his side, and I know it makes you proud of what Keith is doing. And
I've been doing this. I started with the Windy City Wedding Show, and I have worked with that. I always tease them and say, I'm cheap labor. I am cheap
don't
labor.
let him not pay you.
Oh.
You want to pay your money.
No, Keith, stop being cheap.
No. So, but no, and I'm very impressed. I'm not familiar with all this equipment like that walking.
Yeah, that's what you call
robot,
it? Robot. Yes.
Photo
yeah,
booth.
photo
Yeah,
booth.
yeah.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get it in shot. I'm gonna move the camera and see if we can catch it driving around. Y'all see that thing riding around over there? That's a You
But
probably
anyways, I just so I see all this stuff and I'm just in awe of how things were when he started. How many years ago? He's going to be 54 in a couple of weeks, and he was a sophomore in college when he started, helping his friend doing DJ work. So,
Yeah, we've had him on the show a couple times. He told the story about, everybody does it. Most people did it for a girl. So yeah, he told or I can't remember if Keith was about a girl.
When
But
he came home and told you that he wanted to be a DJ.
This is a good one right here.
How did you look at that?
Well, it was because it was like a spare time job. When he was going to college, and doing this on the side to make some extra money. And then he was finished with college, and it just grew. And if he was making a success of himself, he was working, he loved what he was doing, and people seemed to like him. So I had great respect for it. So did his pop. His pop wanted him to. His father owned a machine shop, and he had hoped that.
I know those stories.
That
He would run it.
He didn't want. He wanted Keith to be the salesperson because of his what you call
bubbly
it?
personality. Yeah. Outgoing personality.
Because he's not really quiet.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Not at all.
Yeah, he wanted him to be the salesperson of everything, and our youngest son, Will's dad, to be the one who would work everything, and our daughter to be the take care of the books and that. But the country changed, the economy changed, and Keith continued to grow.
Yeah.
The youngest son got a different job, the daughter got a different job.
Yeah.
And I'm a nurse, so I was still working and doing everything. So I was glad. The more I see, it appears that a lot of people here, and they don't have to say anything, but have approached me and told me how proud they are of Keith and how, they really respect what he's doing and how he puts things together.
Let me be one to say that extremely proud. Glad he allowed us to come up here and do our thing. And all the stuff he's done is poured into me. And it's just, I know how hard it is to get people to do something and buy into something. So I know it's a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights, and worrying about if it's going to fail. Will I make my money? Am I going to lose my money? And I know he's just keep fighting. When I talk to him, man, I don't think it's ever enough of him. I don't know. I think he wants 700 people, 1,000 people here.
Yep.
And I don't even know if he'd be happy to hear because he's just hungry to educate the industry.
Yep.
And to me, that's what I think it's about with Keith. He just wants to educate the industry or, give them the tools to be better at what we do. But I'm saying thank you too for creating a wonderful kid and making him want to, pour back into the industry.
But no, he's happy with what he does.
Yeah, he really is. He may be a little big a bet man sometimes, but he's happy at what he
I
does.
can still smack him around.
He's been defamed anyway.
Yeah. He's a
all,
teddy bear.
all bark, no bite.
Yeah. Well, good.
I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him.
Dave Osborne, somebody, one of y'all.
We
I wanted somebody to grab a picture right quick with us with Mama.
Yeah. We need.
Hey, Rock, come take a picture for us right quick. All right. Yeah. And y'all, we get ready to get out of here, sign off for now, and we get ready to go hit the showroom floor, see all the new equipment, just take pictures, touch, put our hands on it, get some video so we can share with you guys. I guess you got to take care of something, but
And you know what else is good? It's good that you have this education time and then a good time to have lots of fun and
yeah, and we have fun.
Yes.
And you get educated, you get time to absorb it, and then you go and relax and have fun. And we get to be guests at the event instead of DJing or worrying about the next song or what's going on. We get to relax, let our hair up. So we have fun. You don't come out to the club. Did you come out last night?
No, you know why? Because we live in Chicago.
And
it's not, but it's a 40-minute drive to home.
Okay.
And then a 40-minute drive here. And I don't like driving at night. I'm a little bit
Well, my mom's the same way too.
I came last year. Everybody made fun of me last year.
No.
Oh, wow.
You should have called me.
Why? Because I appreciated Chad's outfit last year. So
I know what you're talking about.
I don't want to know.
He came to come at the barbarian with nothing on.
Yeah, that's what they were talking
And I was just like, oh. And then it kind of built up a little bit.
Yeah, you know they're gonna blow it out of proportion. So, oh my God!
I heard that.
But it's okay. Hey, we see a good-looking young lady.
He's gotten teased, and I've gotten teased, and I was glad this year to meet his wife, who seems like a very lovely person.
Oh yeah, hey, it's okay.
Chad.
Chad.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
No, you're okay. No, you're. Yeah.
Do you have the call?
Can you help me for about 5 minutes?
Do you have the call in?
Yes.
Do you have that?
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
No.
You're just asking what I liked about the program and then what you do after the education is over, and I just said, you know.
No, I got it. You good. Oh my God.
What did I walk into?
Nothing.
If I came yesterday and I said I couldn't.
And she said
I said because last year I just, made a fool of myself.
I told her I was willing to give her a ride if she wanted to come last night. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got Conan in the house.
Yeah.
Not Chippendales.
Yeah. This is
Chad.
Chad.
I got a Chippendale.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Chad.
Well, I'll remind Casey of the theme for next year.
No, don't do that. Oh my goodness. But real quick, Chad, tell us where you're from, man, and give us a quick.
Yeah, I'm DJ Chad Allen. I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm happy and blessed to be here.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So I have an entertainment company that for 13 years now that mostly focuses on karaoke, trivia, some residency DJing, and then just recently this last year I acquired a wedding company. So now we're with weddings.
Yeah, cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how's everything going?
Everything's going great. It's definitely, I've been going to these conferences for about 8 years now, and I've heard a lot of stuff about weddings, never really wanted to get into weddings, but it was the right timing. And now I'm just taking everything that I've learned or heard over the years, and now it's making sense and gathering new stuff. Alan Berg's presentation, I've never really taken in as much from him as I did today.
Oh, it was good. He was good today. I think we didn't get a chance to get him over here, but he had to go in his booth. But we're going to go bombard him in his booth and they can give us the booth.
There you go.
So what was it about the wedding industry that made you want to get in?
Honestly, it was the price of the company that I bought.
I like honesty.
Yeah, no, it was the right place at the right time, and it was the move. We're always looking to grow.
Yeah.
I don't like to stay still, and it was an opportunity to to expand what we already have going, and we jump in.
What do you do? What type of do you do with the wedding company besides music?
So right now we have DJs and musicians. So we'll do like a hybrid. We'll have the saxophonist come in for the cocktail hour, and then we'll DJ with the saxophonist or the guitarist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So we're the guy that I bought it from had it very dialed in. A really good list of musicians to pick from, and that work exclusively with us. So it was really honestly turnkey. So it was really nice.
Yeah, I wish I could stumble into one of those, because ever since I've seen, I don't know if you were there with Jan, I did it the first time I saw it with a violinist, and then he did it with a drummer.
Yep.
I've always wanted to do that too, because I'm like, man, that's so cool. So I'm looking for the right wedding. I want to do it eventually, at least one this year, where I got a violinist I'm talking to now and a saxophone.
Yeah.
But I want to have them come in and play cocktail hour or maybe dinner music with me, and just give my guests something special. I'm not even going to charge them. I'm just going to have to do it. Then I'm going to try to add it as a service later on. But yeah, I think that's cool. And make sure you post some videos, man, so we can see.
For sure.
Yeah, I really enjoyed your karaoke setup.
Yeah.
And everything. I think it was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was actually one of the first that I saw that I really appreciate.
Because you got music from hella fine places.
It was
some of the Disney songs.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, man, who would think about singing some of these Disney songs? It was good. It was really
awesome. I love the mashup. I love the video.
Yeah.
I've learned to find certain songs for all different genres, all different crowds, and I'll just read the crowd out. I love country music. I love hip hop music. I love emo music. All of that stuff. I can if I have the right crowd, I'll jump in and do it.
So what was that Disney song you sang? What was that from?
From Mulan.
Okay.
Make a Man Out of You. And I don't have a lot of range. I can't hit those high pitch. I can.
Well, you got to make it show.
I don't think anybody hit any pitches the other night.
I missed it. We had a lot of singers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
About 4 hours.
He had on the suit.
you missed the suit.
Stop it. Leave both of them alone. Oh my God.
I don't think I'll ever live that down. That was.
Hey, you
No,
almost
that keeps coming
look at
up.
it this way. You almost became Keith's dad.
Yeah.
I still haven't met him. I'm afraid to meet him because I think I'm going to get punched.
You never met Pops.
No?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Keith's
Does he
dad,
come
yeah.
around? Okay.
Every year, Keith says he's going to be here. He's like, "Oh, you're going to meet my dad this year," and I still haven't. I think he doesn't like me.
Oh.
No.
Oh my goodness. Well, Chad, we're not gonna interrupt your lunch, man, and we got to get on this showroom
You
floor.
go,
And
go.
Mama, we thank you for jumping on
No,
with us.
you're welcome.
And watch out for the young Chippendales, okay?
Okay.
We'll need you to have a stroke or get your glasses fogged in.
Next year, I'll have to get Keith to start investigating how the Chippendales.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if you ever see
Hey.
Casey, just make sure you start singing "Casey's Mom has got it going on." We'll know what we're saying.
Yeah, we all know what it is.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I better go back to my.
Go back to your free
Yes,
workstation.
yes.
All right, thank you for jumping on, Mom. Thank you for jumping
You're
on.
welcome,
Chad.
guys. Thank you guys so much for
All right,
having me.
man. Thanks, brother.
All
right.
All right.
We'll
Have
see
a
you
good
guys
one. Oh
later.
my gosh. Well, Miguel. Oh my gosh, man.
Hey, it was fun.
Oh
We
my
really
gosh. Oh,
Appreciate it. Do you want to get in?
no.
We have to.
No, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come on in. What's up, Alex? Come on in, man. Come on in. Jump in. Go about 5 more minutes and we're gonna get out of here. This is Alex. Alex, tell the people where you're from and what you do, man.
My name is Alex Reyes with DJ Alex Reyes Entertainment, Fremont, California. I've been in business now for 23 years.
Wow.
23.
What are some of the type of events that you do?
I do mobile DJ, sound reinforcement, and this year I just introduced uplighting.
Okay.
Okay.
And uplighting has been a trend. And I'm actually considering doing silent disco, but that's a work in progress.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a trend.
What are some of the type of events that you DJ?
I've done a lot of parties, community events, Relay for Lives, lot of festivals, all that.
Yeah.
And you know, if I may, my father passed away a year ago of colon cancer.
Yeah.
So colon cancer has been.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. The support's been very phenomenal. Well, I'm doing this because of my dad, and my dad was in radio for 40 years in the Spanish-speaking community, so I'm very proud to be a deacon.
All right. And you said something the other day in one of the classes. I forgot the type of event.
About the
oh yes, Night to Shine, the Tim Tebow Foundation.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
Tim Tebow
Tell us
Foundation.
about that.
So basically, Night to Shine is an event especially for the disabled, and it's a way for people, especially for the disabled and the disability community, to come out and really enjoy themselves and have fun, because not a lot of people, especially in the disabled community, really don't go out and have fun. Some of them are homebound, and they don't really go out and have an opportunity like us people. Some of them are homebound and they don't really have the same fun as we have. So this is a night for them to enjoy themselves and really have a great time. And I've been doing this now for the last several years, so I'm very proud to be a part of it.
Question: have you ever got to meet Tim Tebow at an event?
I wish I haven't met the guy, but I wish I could, because I heard he's a great man.
Yeah, he's
a
like
great
good
man.
guy. Cool.
So
Yeah.
So
Well,
what are you enjoying most about the show this year?
this is my third year coming to the Marquee Show, and I want to say this. For those of you who have never come to a conference like the Marquee Show or any other convention, it is worth it because it's educational. At the same time, you get to have fun and you get to meet a lot of people from coast to coast. I got delayed for hours because of weather, and that's understandable. So plan ahead and really here to have fun, and you're here to learn. One of my colleagues told me a couple years back, they told me, Alex, you are here to learn from the professionals. And I'm telling those beginners that if you're here for the first time, learn from the professionals, pick their brain, have lunch with them, hang out with them, and tell them what you want to do. Tell them your passion and your dreams, because you want to make sure that they're well taken care of. And especially, you know, and if I may, I want to disclose this. It took me 15 years to figure out that I have cerebral palsy, which I don't really like to discuss for security reasons, but I've been affected so many times by it. I just keep it to myself. But for those of you who can handle it, that's great. But despite my disability, despite my challenges, I do what I do. Music is in my blood and it's in my passion. So I love being a DJ. And if my dad was here right now, he would be so proud of me, because this has been going on for so long.
I love that, man. Wow.
And I appreciate you for having the courage for yourself to not allow, you know, and this is something that my wife says. My wife has a preconditioned heart condition.
Yes.
And she says that her prognosis doesn't determine her life.
Yeah.
It doesn't control her life.
Exactly.
She is not her prognosis.
No.
And I appreciate you for that, because so many of us, we are what we consider to be perfectly healthy, and we will give up at the drop of a dime. And I appreciate you for that, and you saying that, because there is no excuse. The only way we can be great at anything, we have to continue to push, continue to work, continue to build.
Exactly.
Winning will not equal greatness.
And I'll be honest with you, when my father passed, I almost pulled the plug.
Oh, wow.
Almost pulled the plug, because I came to the convention 3 months after his passing. He passed away on April the 12th, 2022. So my dad's name was Manuel Reyes. He was a radio broadcaster in the Spanish-speaking community for 40 years.
Wow.
40 years. Since 1984.
And I love what Casey did last year. He allowed you to be a part of the program, let you open Q,
Yes.
let you DJ, and
Yes.
you know, he was really nice about it. And everybody celebrated, you know, helped celebrate or
Yes.
helped to try to, you know, get you over your father's passing. It was really nice to the whole DJ community. So, I mean, it's just so much you can do to learn at these and the connections. And I mean, I follow you, I look at you, I see what you're doing out in Cali and different things.
Yes.
My wife asked me about you because she was here last year, and I told Mike that we kind of adopted you. You went around with us. But I mean, every year we come, me and my wife always adopt some damn body. We end up taking care of somebody or dealing with somebody, but you were real cool. You sat with us at the parties and different things and watched you open for Cuba.
Yeah.
And it was just really cool. I mean, it's good to know, you know, nothing but continued success, man. And you know, I thank you for hopping on and coming over here.
Of course,
and tell people how they can find you on social media.
So if anybody wants to find me on social media, you can visit my website, djalexreyes.com. djalexreyes.com. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at DJ Alex Reyes, and I am now on TikTok.
TikTok, baby.
TikTok. I just started on TikTok at DJ Alex Reyes ENT. You can call or text me at 510-754-5383. And I want to thank Casey from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to be a part of this, because Casey and I are best friends, and he really, really allows me to do what I do.
Yeah, he did.
He's a really great man, and I really, really admire him. And I come to these events every year. So this is a great convention. So if anyone has not come to this convention, come out, explore it, have a great time, make some friends, hang out like these gentlemen right here. Have a great time and enjoy yourself, because in this industry we are all family. If a DJ is in need, we're always there to support one another. And if we have time, I want to give a quick shout out to my friend DJ Jordan Marshall, who couldn't join us during the convention because of conflict. Jordan, if you're watching, we all miss you, brother. We're all thinking about you, and I hope you come back and see us next year.
Yeah, he was the in-house on-stage DJ.
Yes.
And this year Lance is doing it. So, hey, y'all, tomorrow I go live at lunch from 12 to 1 tomorrow. DJ JP in the building, doing my thing tomorrow on the lunch stage. So, wow.
I got to come check you out there.
All right, come check me out, Alex. But y'all, we're going to get on out of here.
Yeah, we got to get to the
showroom floor. And
thank you guys.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Alex,
You're
man,
welcome.
Thank you for hopping on with us,
You're
man.
welcome, man.
Peace.
Have a great one, everybody.
All right. Sign us out of here, mate.